What's up YouTube? Outdoors Man here. Today I'm going to be showing you a little trick of how to get your spark plugs to stop getting stuck in your spark plug wrench when you're trying to remove the plug wrench after you've installed your spark plugs. So I've seen lots of videos and I've read lots of reviews online about little tricks on how to get your spark plugs to stop sticking inside of the spark plug socket when you're finished installing your plugs. I've seen everything from like using bread to using some tape or magnetic spark plugs, and that may work, but I wanted to show you a little tip today on how you can get this to work without having to do anything like that. I'll start by explaining the most common issue that I hear about people having. So I'll use this old spark plug as an example, but you've got your 5/8 spark plug socket here, and when you're going to be putting this into your engine, you're usually going to need some kind of extension. So whether it's a small one, or you've got something larger, or you're using a combination of different extensions, maybe some U-joints in there to help yourself kind of meander the spark plug into its place. But anyways, so you got that all assembled, you've put your spark plug in, you've turned it, and it's now tight. So now you go to remove the spark plug socket and all of your extension out of your engine. So you go to give it a pull, and your extension comes out, but your spark plug socket stays attached to the spark plug. You can pull on it, and it's designed to do that. And why it's designed to do that is it's designed so that when you're putting your spark plug in, your spark plug is not going to fall off and fall down into your engine compartment somewhere. It holds onto it. And the reason it holds onto it is because it's got a small rubber kind of grommet inside there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that small little rubber grommet is designed to fit over your over the little bolt here. When you put your spark plug on it, you can kind of feel it kind of attached like that, and that's made like that. So now the problem that you're having is when you go to remove your spark plug socket and you have to give a pull on it, the socket is staying and your extension and everything else is coming out, which can be a very frustrating situation. Now I've heard and I've seen videos of guys, stuffing bread into their engine in order to try to release this spark plug socket. And that might work great, but if you're like me and you're not a big fan of shoving produce down inside your engine, I figured I'd show you a much simpler trick in order to get these out. So one thing you can do is you can actually get magnetic spark plug sockets, which is really nice. They'll hold on to it, but not so tightly that when you pull off they won't release. But they can be kind of expensive, and if you don't have something like that, or you don't shop at Snap-on kind of thing, and you just have your standard spark plug socket, what you can do is you can actually just remove the little rubber grommet from inside here. Now you may find that you need to kind of work the edges of the grommet with your screwdriver until you kind of get it out like that. So that's your rubber grommet there. So this is what's actually grabbing onto the end of your spark plug and hanging on to it. Now the only issue with this trick is, like I said, with this little grommet being designed to hold onto the socket, if you have to put the socket into your engine, you have to be careful that when you're putting it in, the socket is going to fall out. So you either need to make sure that you kind of hang on to it as you put it in there, or I sometimes just drop the spark plug in really gently and then put my spark plug socket down over top of it and then put it in. But that way, once your spark plug is screwed in, that will all come free nice and easily. So you've got your extension on there, and when you pull back, it's all going to come off nicely. Your other option is, if you're doing this on an entire engine, is to leave this rubber grommet inside of your spark plug, use it and remove all of your old spark plugs so they'll be hung on to by the spark plug wrench, and get them all out. Once they're all out, I get that grommet back in there now, remove that grommet, drop your spark plugs in, put your socket in, tighten them up, use your torque wrench and torque it to the specifications, and then you'll be able to get your socket off. So that'll save you a lot of headache. You will wear out this little rubber grommet, but to pick up a little spark plug wrench, they're not too expensive, and it's certainly a lot cheaper than having to go to Snap-on and buy a really expensive one. So I hope this video helps you out. Hope it saves you some time and likely a whole bunch of headaches. If it did, please give it a like, and remember to subscribe to my channel.